You know, it's really interesting how social justice movements have become a part of our everyday conversations. I mean, if you're not careful, you can end up in a debate about privilege while waiting for your avocado toast. Seriously, I went to this trendy cafe the other day, and I overheard two people arguing about whether pineapple belongs on pizza. One guy was like, "It's a question of cultural appropriation," and the other was like, "No, it's a question of taste." I was just trying to figure out if I should get the oat milk or almond milk in my latte. But let's dive into this whole social justice thing. It's like the new cool club that everyone wants to join, right? You've got your activists, your allies, and then there's me, just trying to figure out how to recycle properly. I mean, I'm all for justice and equality, but I can't even sort my plastics. I feel like I need a social justice manual just to navigate my way through a grocery store. And have you noticed how social media has transformed these movements? It's like, if you're not posting about it, did it even happen? You've got hashtags flying around like confetti at a parade. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag Me Too. Hashtag Love is Love. And don't even get me started on the endless threads of comments. It's like a digital battleground. You've got keyboard warriors on one side, and on the other, the "I'm just here for the memes" crowd. I mean, I love a good meme, but can we really equate a cat dressed as a taco with systemic oppression? I was scrolling through my feed, and I came across this post that said, "If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem." I thought, great, now I'm a problem. I'm just trying to figure out if I should be donating to a cause or just donating my old clothes to the thrift store. And then I realized maybe I could do both. But how do I make that sound cool? Hey guys, I'm not just decluttering my closet, I'm fighting systemic oppression one pair of jeans at a time. And then there are the influencers. You know the ones I'm talking about. They've got their perfectly curated feeds and are always posting about their activism. It's like, look at me, I'm holding a sign and sipping my fair trade coffee. But then you find out they're driving a gas-guzzling SUV to the protest. I mean, I appreciate the effort, but can we at least try to be a little consistent? Let's talk about cancel culture for a second. It's like the ultimate social justice tool, but it's also kind of like a game of dodgeball. One minute you're a beloved celebrity, and the next, you're dodging virtual rocks thrown by an angry mob. Oh, you said something problematic in 2010. Cancelled. It's like we're all living in a giant game of gotcha. I mean, I can't even remember what I had for breakfast yesterday, let alone what I tweeted 10 years ago. And then there's the language. Oh boy, the language. It's like a minefield. You can't say crazy anymore because it's ableist. You can't say manpower because it's gendered. You can't say grandfathered in because it's exclusionary. I'm just over here trying to figure out how to say "I like pizza" without offending someone. I enjoy a circular bread product topped with tomato sauce and cheese, which may or may not be a reflection of my cultural background. Seriously, how did we get here? But let's not forget the good stuff. There's a lot of amazing work happening out there. People are coming together, raising awareness and making real change. I mean, it's incredible to see how far we've come. But sometimes I can't help but chuckle at the absurdity of it all. It's like we're all trying to outdo each other in the social justice Olympics. Oh, you marched. I organized a rally. Oh, you wrote a blog post. I made a TikTok. And then there's the virtue signaling. You know, the people who post about social issues but then do absolutely nothing in real life. It's like, congrats on your Instagram post. Now what are you doing to actually help? It's like they think that clicking like is the same as showing up. I support you from the comfort of my couch. Here's a thumbs up. I once had a friend who was super into social justice. She would post these long, heartfelt captions about equality and justice, and I'd be like, "That's great, but what are you doing about it?" And she'd say, "I'm raising awareness." I mean, that's important, but awareness doesn't pay the rent, you know? But here's the thing, we're all learning. We're all trying to figure this out together. It's messy, it's complicated, and sometimes it's downright hilarious. I mean, have you ever tried to explain intersectionality to someone who just wants to know why their favorite coffee shop doesn't have oat milk? It's like trying to teach a toddler calculus. At the end of the day, we all want to be heard, we all want to feel valued, and we all want to make the world a better place. So maybe, just maybe, we can approach this whole social justice thing with a little bit of humor and a lot of compassion. Because if we can't laugh at ourselves, what's the point? Let's keep the conversation going, keep learning, and maybe, just maybe, we can change the world, one awkward conversation at a time.